So you fled a murder scene to force your mother to buy you jeans.
I threw it away.
You threw away how much money in the trash? That sounds wildly dangerous.
It was so dangerous. And then another dad came and yelled at him. He's like, "What are you doing? Those are your kids."
Welcome back to the podcast. I'm here with a phenomenal comedian, Tom Johnson. What have I known you, like 3 or 4 years?
Yeah, probably 3 or 4 years since we first made each other's acquaintance.
Easily one of my favorite comedians in Los Angeles.
Oh, stop, Alex. That's
no,
very
seriously,
nice.
I really mean it.
Well, thank you so much. You've always been an encouraging figure in my life, so I've always appreciated
that. So this podcast, I made a career out of like telling stories about being a dumb kid. So I thought I'd bring friends on since I'm milked dry and hear your guys' funny stories.
No, thank you.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Manhattan, New York City.
Right in the city?
Right in the city on 20th Street between Park and Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually across the street from the Teddy Roosevelt birthplace. So I've always felt an affinity with Teddy Roosevelt because we grew up on the exact same street.
I performed at in the Theodore Roosevelt National Park in North Dakota for a summer.
Yeah, well,
maybe that's why we have a connection.
A towering figure in American history. But so I grew up in Manhattan. That's where I was born, and then lived in like this apartment, and then went to school.
1st floor, 8th floor,
4th floor.
Okay.
But then my parents separated, and then my mom moved to the 5th floor
of the same building.
Of the same building, and then they got back together, and then we all.
But they got back together?
They got back together and then we all moved to the 5th floor, but I much preferred the 4th floor. It was a very, very slow elevator.
Was that a wild ride for you, seeing them break apart and get back together? That's crazy. Or was it not all out in the open?
Well, that's an interesting question. Well, yeah, it was definitely out in the open because it was like, well, where's Dad, right? Where's Dad? That was in the open. It was like, is Dad in the house? No, Dad's somewhere else. But they separated and they got back together. And then we moved to L.A.
Oh, you all moved to L.A.?
1 year and then moved back.
How old were you when that happened?
10. 1999.
So you remember that?
Yeah, because it was right around when The Matrix came out.
Right.
Yeah. Also brings back, the memories of my parents getting back together, which was honestly more bad than the splitting up.
Really?
I preferred them split.
Why?
Much preferred them
You
split.
Preferred your parents split over getting back together?
Yeah, two cribs in the same building.
Right.
And then
you could probably work them, like say, Mom said I could do it.
Dude, they were Dad's house was absolute Wild West free-for-all. And then Mom's house, the clamps were on. But because they were in the same building, it was like you could kind of filter between. But and then my mom was also with this awesome guy. Like, my mom's boyfriend was
Wait, what?
so cool. Yeah, I loved my mom's boyfriend. I wanted him to be my stepdad so bad. And
just to be clear, your mom is still with your biological
my regular
father.
dad, yeah. She's still with him when she could have been fucking coolest guy. This guy built a boat. He built a boat and an above ground pool, but he was like only built
Neither one of those things seem like something that a person that lives in the heart of New York City should own.
No, because this guy lived outside the city.
Okay. She
had a little, in my mind, anything that isn't downtown Manhattan is rural, right? So this guy lived in like, you know what Yonkers is?
Yeah.
It's like a town above Yonkers, and that to me was like rural.
For the people that don't know what Yonkers is
a
it
very
the
close
Sticks?
Suburb to. No, it's not the Sticks at all. It's like
they got one stoplight.
No, it is part of New York essentially, but to me it was the forest, and we would go out on all his stuff. He was like a fiberglass maker. It would shred your skin. Just everything was. He's like, I built a pool and a boat, and like all these chairs, but they were just like. Have you ever felt like unsanded fiberglass?
Was it rough?
It's very rough.
So he was a guy that worked with his hands.
He was like dad ripped, like just meaty paws and nice juicy forearms, and he could hoist you. And
I mean, I think it sounds like based on your affinity for this guy that enough time has passed that maybe you and him could have a moment?
I don't know, because we only knew each other when I was 7, so that's not much of a foundation of a adult relationship. I'm like, could you raise me? He also didn't like me very much.
He didn't?
Because I was the youngest of, like, I had a brother, and then he had 2 kids that were all more the same age, and then I was like always the youngest, and I was always like holding everyone back from actually having a good time.
Right.
Like, we went skiing one time, and like I was a little too small, and I kind of like fell off the chairlift right when it like I wasn't big enough to get on the thing, and then it was just always like, yeah, Tom, like, you can't bring Tom, you fell off the chairlift.
Right.
But then the chairlift, there were always more chairlifts.
Right.
Can't go to the restaurant, can't go to the
You were like the underage ball and chain.
yeah, big time.
So you had 3 siblings total?
No, I just had my older brother.
But he had 2 kids, right?
Yeah.
Oh, but I guess that he was only around for like a year, so you wouldn't really call him.
It was a few years.
Okay.
It was like from when I was like 6 to when I was 10 or something.
So of those, do you still talk to
No.
Of those 4, who was the biggest troublemaker?
That guy's son was my brother's age. And
what age is this? Are we talking?
This was when they were probably 12.
Okay.
But he like I feel like every young boy grows up with a friend that has like 100 knives. And he was like knife guy.
I have a friend like that.
He had this huge knife, but it was like a Russian doll of like successively smaller knives, like all in one case. He's like, you guys want to see my knives? It's just like 80 knives, and the smallest knife was like that big. And he's like, isn't it perfect? I'm like, yeah. My mom's boyfriend would do this thing. He would never let us, but he would let his kids sit on the trunk of, it was like a Volvo sedan, and then he would just rip donuts.
While they were sitting on the roof?
While they were sitting on the roof, on the trunk, with and all they're holding onto is like the antenna. Like, one of them was holding
like
the
antenna. Windshield wipers?
Yeah, it was nothing. There's no, it blows my mind to this day that the momentum didn't like fling them off.
That sounds wildly dangerous.
It was so dangerous. And then another dad came and yelled at him. He's like, what are you doing? Those are your kids. He's like, don't tell me what to do with
Did anyone ever get hurt?
No. Well, I don't know what happened. I don't know how these, because I only knew when they were in middle school and then no more contact. I don't know how their teenage years went.
Right.
Yeah. So anyways, and then they got back together, but then I lived in LA, and then we moved back to New York, and then
do you remember why you moved to LA?
Because my dad switched jobs, and then after he switched the jobs, like the company you work for became a different company or something.
Right.
You know how these companies are.
Yeah, so he's like, we need you. You moving to LA will be the biggest change to our corporation. And then 2 weeks later, it's like, who are you?
Yeah,
goodbye.
And then the company like shifted back to New York because it like I don't know how companies work.
What do they do? Make ceramic tiles? Or?
No, it was Sony. He worked at Sony.
He worked at Sony. That's cool.
Yeah.
Did he do anything cool?
Yeah, he was a lawyer at Sony. But so what he did wasn't cool, but Sony, Sony's really cool.
Yeah.
Because they make all the video games. And dude, when he worked there, they came out with the DVD player, the PlayStation, the Walkman, all of it, dude. So it was,
and the most important technological advancement of the time, the stereo with 2 separate speakers.
Yeah. So that was like, and we always had like pretty sick Sony electronics, but none of us knew how to install. We had so many things we couldn't. Nobody was good with wires and plugs. Nobody, dude. Nobody was a little tinkerer in my family. So we had a lot of things collecting dust.
Did anyone get into any sort of trouble when you guys moved out to LA?
Me and my brother are kind of like good boys, I would say.
Right.
Yeah. But I was definitely a little more of a troublemaker. My brother was he would get lost in books and tomes.
Right.
And
in tomes?
He would read. He was a reader.
Okay.
And he was kind of like he likes to read.
Right.
But I'm more of like a
wild spirit.
Yeah, I get more into trouble than he.
Yeah, guys with nesting doll knives and such.
Well, that was our mutual like almost stepbrother.
Right.
With the knives, but then I had like my friends. You ever have like a friend's brother that would show you porn, and that same guy would then like 3 years later like give you your first cigarette or something. It was just like there's always one dude's brother.
Does a guy like that come to mind for your friend group?
Yeah, the very guy I'm describing. Like
which guy
it was just so. Well, I'm not going to say his name, but it was my friend's older brother. And
protect the innocent.
Yeah. And he, it was just crazy. It was like when we were 8, he was right there with the porn.
8? You're making up an age. There's no way.
When are you in third grade?
That might be 8 or 9. So you saw porn when you were in the 3rd grade.
Yeah, but like Matt, not like the videos you see now, like magazines. I had a pretty sheltered upbringing.
Okay.
To the point where it's almost like embarrassing how sheltered it was.
That's not possible. You lived in New York City.
I know, but
you never had like a run-in with a homeless guy or a crazed drunk?
Oh, no, of course. I had all those things. But that to me was like, I enjoyed that. But then it was most of my life was most of my life was like sheltered boy. But it was interesting because like most people in my situation with like a corporate dad would live in like Connecticut or New Jersey, but my dad didn't like commuting.
Right.
So we just like lived in the city. And I'm honestly really grateful for that because I feel like I would have, if I'd grown up in like Greenwich, Connecticut or something, I think I would be probably maybe even a Republican. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Like something, I would be out of touch in some way, but like, dude, I once was on the platform when a guy got pushed in front of the train.
You were?
Yeah.
How old were you when that happened?
That was 3rd or 4th grade.
Right.
Yeah. We were, well, but this is a good tale.
So you saw a guy get shoved in front of a train in 3rd grade.
I didn't see it happen. I was on the platform when it happened and I saw the commotion about it. So I don't want to front and say that I saw a guy get fucking...
Did you see any blood or anything?
No, but I saw a lot of shrieking and I definitely saw maybe a bit of mangling.
Oh, no.
So a guy like pushed this poor woman in front of the train. But the reason we were taking the train, like it was just the subway. We were going up to the Macy's in Herald Square because I wanted JNCO jeans so bad because my friend Tim had JNCO jeans and it was I brought JNCO jeans to Tim's attention.
Right.
I said, listen, I went to skateboard camp last summer. I went to skateboard camp last summer at Chelsea Piers and they were wearing JNCOs and they looked sick. And he was like, who's wearing JNCOs? And I was like, the public school kids were wearing JNCOs because we were private school kids.
Right.
And a couple months off of trends.
For those of you that aren't as cool as Tom, JNCO jeans are super baggy jeans with pockets in them from the 90s.
The objective being that the leg of the pant goes over the shoe.
Right.
And it was kind of the first pant that had done that maybe since the 70s. I bet the bell bottoms were doing that, but this was all the way down and it had an enormous back pocket. Remember the back pocket?
I do. It was massive.
And then at the bottom of the back pocket, it said JNCO, but there was a design.
Right.
There was a cool design. There were characters on the jeans. So Tim comes into school with these things absolutely flanking his shoes. These things his shoes are invisible all day long. He looked awesome. Everyone was coming up to him. Girls were liking it. And it was like a Tuesday. And I was like, Mom, you need to take me to Macy's right now. I need some jeans because I don't know if they make my size. They will need to be hemmed tonight, Mom. And that's how spoiled I was that was something that could be obliged.
Right.
That we would, okay, let's get on the train. Let's go to the Macy's. Let's get these JNCOs before it closes.
So did you get them?
We get to the train. We watched the person get murdered.
Right.
We go to the surface because the police were arrived.
Right.
And I insisted we get a cab and I insisted.
So you flee.
Mom, we didn't come this far to turn around and go back. We're getting these pants and I'm wearing them to school tomorrow. They might need to be hemmed tonight by you. I know we just saw someone.
So you fled a murder scene to force your mother to buy you jeans is what happened.
Yeah, that's right. It was 1998, Alex.
And you did get the jeans. Now, when you put them on,
got the jeans and a pair of khakis and a pair of cargo, I loaded up.
Were you of the age that you were into girls yet?
Oh, yeah.
So I imagine you'd put the jeans on and a girl would see you and they'd be like, nice jeans. You say, yeah, I saw a person get murdered to get these.
That's funny that you say that. But honestly, this whole JNCO journey was where I learned the lesson that girls don't actually care about these kind of superficial things. That was where I learned that lesson because I came in with cooler jeans than Tim.
Right.
But Tim was getting all the attention.
Right.
Because Tim was cooler than Tom. Because Tim was really cool.
I'm sorry we had to bring the podcast to a dark place like that. Let's go back to the murder. So did you drive in New York? Did you learn how to drive?
No, we never had a car.
And then did your mom work or just your dad?
My mom's an artist.
Okay.
She's a painter.
What does she paint?
She paints amazing oil paintings of all kinds. She's been painting since the 70s, and she rips it up, dude. She's got an amazing collection of art that she has created.
Is there like a theme to her work? Like, does she have the world's largest collection of pug oil paintings? Or
she's gone through many phases. She did these ones as like black and white portraits, but no facial features. So it was like all these like blank faced people. She's done these like awesome nature landscapes with like crazy things. She's done these like hypersexual ones that are, dude, her art is, my mom is the best artist.
Were those during the year that she dated that other guy? The sexual ones?
One of them had a bigger penis, and I know who it was.
That sounds really cool. Does she sell the art?
Yeah, when she can, but it's like she's kind of not, she's not like famous or anything,
right?
So she'll like,
does she put them up in galleries or have them on Etsy or anything?
Kind of like, not on Etsy, but yeah, she does shows in galleries and then she moves some units, but like, I feel like, and I don't know anything really about the art scene, but it feels like it's kind of like a little, you become famous. There's an aspect that's like about your persona and stuff, and she's just in it for the painting. She likes just making images.
So your brother was a book reader, you said?
Yeah, he's a bookworm, super smart.
In school, were you kind of a quiet kid, art kid, band kid?
I was a loud, obnoxious kid.
You were the class clown?
I tried to be, and I think I got better at it over time. But I was.
If only you could go back now with your professional knowledge.
Yeah, you know though, when I was a young boy, up to second grade, I was while everyone was playing sports, I was more of an imagination kid. So I had my little imagination friends, and we would play pretend, like, that kind of thing, because I wasn't that good at school, so I would like distract the class because I didn't want to do the.
So if you didn't do good in school and you're always trying to get attention, did you ever get in trouble in school for your shenanigans?
Yeah, but just not. I wasn't like defiant.
Okay.
Like if a teacher, I'm afraid of any authority figures. So, but some kids, but I hung out with kids, because when you're kind of a little class clown, then you kind of latch on to the other class clowns, and some of those kids really don't give a fuck about anything.
Oh, did they do anything that comes to mind?
Well, they would just talk back to teachers. They would, dude, these kids would, Canal Street in New York, it's kind of like this big, it's like the main thoroughfare in Chinatown, and there's a lot of like trinket shops. They sell everything at these trinket shops. So they sold all those novelty lighters. You know those lighters? It was like a gun that was a lighter, and then it was like one was like a chick, and you press one of her boobs, and it lights up the other boob, and there was like all these like lighters. So then he like started getting them and bringing them to school, and everyone was like, "Oh, those are sick." So then he would take orders and he would sell them for like $10 each to these kids, and it became this huge problem where kids would go into class and like open their binder, and like 100 lighters and they're just always like, "Look at my fire." And like the torches and stuff, and so that was a bit of a problem. But I stuck out of it, dude. And also, I wasn't an entrepreneur. A lot of those troublemakers are so entrepreneurial. Like they were the ones that go on and maybe sell a little drugs later on. That their lore began with the lighters. And
I got you hooked on the lighter. Now wait till you see what you can do with it.
Yeah, but I never had the entrepreneurial money making. I never knew I was so spoiled. I never knew the value of $1. You want to hear a good example of that?
Sure.
All right. So I went to sleepaway camp too.
Right.
A lot of New York.
Was this the skateboarding camp or a different camp?
No, the camp is a big thing in the New York City, like private school world. Is you go off to camp, you name it. I've done a camp for it. Okay. Nature camp, skateboarding camp, freaking tennis camp, golf camp, all the lacrosse camp.
These are all camps that you've done, not camp. You're not just listing off camps. You've done
these are camps that I've attended. These are camps.
I think the amount of camps you just named could have bought my house that we're in right now.
I'm telling you.
The 8 weeks you spent at camp.
Totally so spoiled, dude. No, took everything for granted. Like some people pay less in college than I paid going to well, I didn't pay it.
Right. Your dad, who you like less than your mom's boyfriend.
Yeah. Honestly, Celine Dion paid for most of this stuff. My dad always says that because he worked for Sony when the Titanic soundtrack came out. And that was like really, really, really popular.
Right.
The Titanic soundtrack sold so many units.
Right.
That he would always be like, we love Celine Dion in this household. Like, Celine Dion pays for everything that you did. And then he worked for another company, and then it was Linkin Park. And when I was in high school, he was like, don't you ever say anything bad about it. Linkin Park paid for your education. But so I went to this camp. The first camp I went to, I was 6, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It was after first grade.
Mm-hmm. So you didn't have your JNCO jeans or your lighters to look cool.
I'll tell you this, Alex. I didn't own a pair of pants or shorts that had pockets.
I thought you were going to say you didn't own pants or shorts yet at all.
But I definitely didn't own jeans. I was definitely wearing only sweats. Okay. I was like a sweat. You know when a kid's just a sweats kid?
Yeah.
It's like they've barely made it out of diapers and now they just wear sweats and like tracksuits and stuff. So I had no pockets. I had owned no shorts with pockets. So at this camp, they had an amusement park day.
Mm-hmm.
We went to an amusement park. They put us in buses and we went to like an amusement park. And this is in Maine, rural Maine.
Mm-hmm.
And they give you a stipend. Your parents give you a stipend to spend on tickets and shit at the
corn dogs.
Park. I've never used money.
Mm-hmm.
I barely know decimals. I don't know decimals. I don't know math that well.
Right.
And I definitely don't know like what even money is.
Uh-huh.
Like I point at things and I receive them. Like it's so bad. So I'm given $20, handed to it by the counselor, holding it, no pockets, no nothing. Whole bus ride just holding a $20 bill, right? Walk in, first thing is the gift shop.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, I'm a little kid and then I just see the gift shop and then I just holding money and just go into the gift shop. And they're selling all these troll dolls.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved troll dolls. Right? You remember the trolls?
Oh, I do. They had a lot of hair.
All I know about the world is that like there are things I want and then things I don't want. And I see this space-themed troll with silver skin and sparkling blue hair and a sick little space outfit. And it's in a little space case, right? This troll. And it's kind of like above all the trolls. And I was like, that is so sick. Like I need that. I've been at this amusement park for 3 minutes and I'm just like, there's the troll I need. There's the $20 for my whole day.
Mm-hmm.
So I point at the troll. The guy gives me the troll. It's like $3, $3.50. You know, it's one of those weird. You remember when things? Remember, it is that way now. Things have weird prices.
Yeah.
Nothing's $3. Everything's $3.18.
Remember when things cost money? Yeah, I remember.
But it's definitely $3. I remember it was like $3.18 or something. Again, no concept of money, but the only time I saw money exchange was when we were in cabs with my dad.
Mm-hmm.
And he would always like hand him and then he would go, keep the change. So then I give him the $20. He gives me the troll and I'm like, oh yeah, keep the change. Just keep the change. I have no pockets, right? I don't know what I would do with the change. I don't even know really what change is.
Right.
I just thought that keep the change was how a financial transaction ended.
Yeah.
And then he was like, what are you talking about? No. It's like $17, right? It's like so many bills.
Yeah.
He's like, no, take this. I was like, no, that's for you. That's keep the change. And he like got kind of mad and like looked me in the eyes. He's like, you're taking this money. This is like food for days, you know?
Yeah.
So then I take it. Now I got 2 hands. I got the troll in one hand and I have probably 5 loose bills and a bunch of loose coins in the other hand.
$17.
$17.
That's most kids' budget for the entire summer. Yeah.
So then I had the troll and I have this thing and then I walk out of this store. I have nowhere to put it. I have no pockets. No one's around. I have no bag. And so I walk over to a trash can and I throw away
No, you didn't.
all the money. I threw it away.
You threw away how much money in the trash?
$17 to $18.
Oh,
and I kept the troll. And then I couldn't eat later. No, and then I couldn't eat later. I was like asking my counselor.
Did you really throw away that much money?
Toss it.
You just didn't know what it was for?
Literally like piece by piece. Like I had so much time to rethink it. So
it doesn't sound like you were ever in a position in your childhood where you stole something or had to steal something.
I stole for the thrill.
Oh, you did?
Just to see if I could get away with it.
Did you?
Hasn't everyone, their first theft was like, is it even possible? Because I was just like, oh, there's sensors around every door that knows if I take Rolaids.
Right.
And then that's what I sniped was Rolaids. That was my first unit that I pulled. Because it was like my hand level, it was like so low. Nobody eats fucking Rolaids. So I like grabbed a roll. I didn't even know what Rolaids were.
Yeah.
And I like grabbed it and then got away with it. And it's like basically Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah, in middle school, we used to go to the grocery store right after school got out and see who could come out of the store with the most candy shoved in their pants.
Seriously?
Yeah, all the cool kids would do it. And
they'd get caught?
Never got caught that I know of.
The baddest thing I did was we would go to this grocery store near the school.
Mm-hmm.
And one day I was just like, go like squeeze all the meat. It's fun. Feels good to squeeze.
What?
So then we were just in the meat aisle.
That is the weirdest thing I've ever heard happen at a grocery store.
I'm banned still.
Did you get banned from the grocery store?
Banned from the grocery store.
What happened?
I pushed all the meat and I was like,
you were just squeezing it?
Pushing ground beef and like squeezing, we thought it was funny.
Were you guys laughing at each other?
Yeah.
How old were you? Was this like
this
six minutes ago or what was this?
Yeah, middle school.
So middle school, you and paint the picture. Who else was there? It wasn't just you by yourself.
No, I always had a little crew I was running with.
Squeezing the top round.
I don't know who was on my fleet at that moment. I cycled through a couple crews in middle and high school, you know what I mean?
And then some woman there got uncomfortable with you squeezing the meat.
No, it was a guy. It was the meat counter guy.
Okay.
And
he kicked you out.
Yeah, he kicked me out, banned for life. But that was like the naughtiest thing really I did. Wasn't that's not so bad. I'm just, dude, you're talking to the wrong guy if you want a bad boy, Alex.
This is the exact kind of bad boy I want.
Yeah.
Did you ever have a job growing up?
My first job ever was my dad got me like a corporate internship, like a cubicle job
at Lincoln Park or Celine Dion Incorporated.
Dude, I don't even remember what it was. It was called Ryco Distribution. And It was just like a cubicle world, and I just like organized files.
Right,
and that was when I decided that I never ever wanted to.
That's when you decided to devote your life to the arts.
Something like that. I just couldn't. I couldn't believe that was how.
Yeah, I remember one of my first jobs was working at Old Navy, and like within one shift, I was like taking a nap in the back. I remember taking a nap in the back of the store because I was so over it.
Jobs are so boring.
Were you into comedy as a kid?
Yeah, well, like we were only allowed to watch 30 minutes of TV a day, so it was always from as early as I can remember. It was always The Simpsons.
Mm-hmm.
So me and my brother were obsessed with The Simpsons and Seinfeld, and Friends. I like Friends a lot.
I do too. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And then my brother like got stolen cable in his room.
Mm-hmm.
We like figured out how to get some cable.
Do you remember how he did that?
Yeah, I think it was just I don't even know if it was stolen. I think it was part of the family's cable account. But we weren't allowed to have it. But yeah, and we would watch, Comedy Central. Remember they would have like the SNL reruns.
Yeah.
So
and like Premium Blend and all the stand-up
dude,
things.
We just inhaled Comedy Central and Food Network.
Did you guys ever do family vacations?
Yeah. We would go to Florida a decent amount. Dude, you want to hear about how spoiled I am?
Yeah.
My first rated R movie was in Florida. It was The Rock, and we were in Florida, and I have the worst skin. I get absolutely torched in the sun. Like I've had some of the worst sunburns in my life, and it's honestly a problem. But I've honed it in, Alex, and I protect myself from the sun now. But in my past, I've had some really vicious sunburns, and I got this one on my arms that was like so bad that I was whining so much that my mom was like, you can get any pay-per-view movie that you want. And I was like, I want to watch The Rock. Not only did I get to watch The Rock, I was lying there while she rolled a cold Sprite can on my arms. And when the Sprite can wasn't cold enough, I would make her switch it. So I watched the whole movie, probably 8 different Sprite cans gently rolled by my mom on my arm.
The last guest that was here grew up poor, but he was joking about having a nanny. But it sounds like you lived the life that he wanted.
Yeah, I did. I did
That's
have a
too
nanny.
funny. Yeah.
Not a live-in nanny, but I had a Denise.
Wait, you had an actual nanny?
Hell yeah, dude.
What did she do?
She picked me up from school and cooked dinner.
All right. Every day, Monday through Friday?
Yeah.
So your mom could work on her faceless nudes?
Basically.
Okay, cool.
And she cleaned the house.
Oh, that's
Did all
cool.
the laundry and stuff.
God, I wish I had someone like that.
I still do. She's a big part of my life.
She still comes to your house in LA and cleans it?
No. But we said we're very close.
You and the nanny are close.
Yeah.
Okay.
Denise. Shout out Denise.
What's up, Denise?
She's really she's a big part of my life. One time I gave $10 to a homeless person on the train, and I was with her, and she was just so dumbfounded, and was with my like friend, and all my friends, they all had nannies that were friends.
Okay.
So that was a kind of fun little social group I was in for a while.
Right.
Like 3 white kids and then 3 Caribbean women. And that was our little clique. It was like 6 people, and 3 were Caribbean women and 3 were little white boys. But I gave $10 to the homeless person, and she still brings it up. It's just,
what was so special about it to her?
So much money to give a homeless person. And she was like, that's insane that you did. Because she rides the train every day. She's,
was she moved by your gesture? Or was she more like, why the hell did you do that?
Why the hell did you do that? Because if you gave $10 to every homeless person you saw on the train, you'd be broke in a week. Well,
you also gave like $17 to a trash can. So
it's despicable. And I'm embarrassed to say it on the podcast, but I think it's important that I do. Because it's the truth, and the truth is important.
The truth matters.
It matters, dude. It matters and it shows my growth, and I want everyone to see my growth.
So when are you going to be running for Congress?
Well, I'm never ever going to do that, dude, because I can't. I can't even barely do a regular job.
Right. We're about wrapped up, but there's 3 things I like to ask people when we're wrapping up here, which I just decided now.
Yeah.
First one is, what did your room look like growing up? Like, if you could describe your room.
It was in the back of the apartment, so it faced like another building's fire escape, and it had like a really like a not an alleyway, like a airway in New York. It's just like 6 feet that separate you from the other building, and then it's just a chasm down.
Right.
So I had in my possession like an endless chasm. So I was always setting things on fire and throwing them down into the chasm. I had this thing where I would...
And every night you'd hear someone go, ow! And you'd be like, oh, I wonder what that was.
Well, there's nothing... I don't even know to this day if there's even a bottom to the chasm. But I would freeze my toys in blocks of ice, and I would throw them in. But my room looked like, oh, dude, skateboard.
Right.
Skateboard posters, and
like Tony Hawk,
Andy McDonald, Bob Burnquist,
Shaun White, the snowboarder,
Kevin Garnett, Marcus Camby, Vince Carter, Kobe Bryant posters.
So your room was just all sports stuff. Were there trophies anywhere?
No, I'd never really achieved too much.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't achieve much. No trophies really. I got a lot of participation trophies.
And then what did your what was the blanket on your bed? Do you remember? Or did you have like the?
Yeah, it was no, it was just a white blanket, and then a white pillow, and then the sheets were red and white, very thin parallel lines.
Okay. Did you have like a most?
Did I have to make my bed? No, I did not have to make my bed. My nanny made the bed.
Right, of course. After she was done brushing your teeth, it sounds like.
I would be lying if I said that I did not have my teeth brushed for me. And I'm being serious.
He is being serious.
I took piano lessons and I didn't practice.
Is there like a most prized possession in your room? Like if you could go back and grab one thing from your room.
The troll doll. The troll doll is still, it's not there, it's in there's like a storage unit.
Right.
But I love that thing.
Okay. That's the first thing. Second thing, if you could go back and tell your younger self one thing, what would you tell them?
What a good question. because I don't want to change his path, dude. Because I liked my path.
Right.
I have the path, but you know, it would probably be like, no, dude. I would just say, dude, you're crushing it. I would say that to my little self. Or, obviously you want to invest in Bitcoin or whatever,
Right.
but I'm not, even if I did that, I wouldn't do it. I would say, like, don't be such a wimp about, like, cold water.
What do you mean?
It was a lesson I learned too late that it's like, if you just jump in, it feels okay. And there were a lot of times when I was a kid when I was like, I didn't want to go in the water.
Right.
And then everyone had fun in the water.
By the way, where should people look you up on social media if they want to hear more about you and keep up with Denise?
You go to Tom of Today on Instagram.
All right. So go to that.
And that's all platforms.
Yep. And I did ask you your favorite snack as a kid, and you said Cool Ranch Doritos. And so I have some Cool Ranch Doritos for you.
You're kidding, dude. Really?
I'm serious, yeah. And I
wow, the big bag.
That's for you, the big bag.
Thanks, dude. That's actually... It's one of the great snacks of all time.
It is.
It really is incredible.
Just like you, that's why I got it for
thank you so much.
Head to gladpod.com for more podcasts or to support us on Patreon. Either way, I am so glad that you were here.